Doing a giveaway. Yeah, I'm gonna do a giveaway, guys, so you could try out something. Hey guys, so today I got a new package in and we got some new releases, so let's check it out. And these are actually stuff that's not really available yet in most places. I actually got this from a site called Beauty House. I don't gatekeep, guys, so it's Beauty House. They have newer releases. They're a subsidiary of some wholesaler. I don't know who exactly. I think Fragrance X maybe, but today we got Khadlaj Island Dreams and Rayhaan Valhalla. So let's try these out and let's see how they are. All right? And let's compare these to the OG. Hey guys, welcome back. So let's see what's a dupe of what, or if these are dupes at all. So I've seen some hype about this, unfortunately, so I do kind of have a feeling about what this is. So I actually went ahead and stopped by the Louis Vuitton store and actually sprayed some Symphony on earlier just to kind of get a refresher of how that smells like. And so I can also just kind of do one of those and just compare it. So I kind of got a little bit on that. So I'm actually going to start with this Rayhaan X Legion Valhalla. So it's not just Rayhaan, it's Rayhaan X Legion. I'm not sure what the Legion's about. All right. Okay. All right, so you got typical Rayhaan bottle with a red-black gradient. So tells me it's gonna be something probably warm based off the colors. Okay. Okay, got a good atomizer, just like Rayhaan always does. Cap's okay. All right, let's see. And I love Rayhaan. Rayhaan's like no frills packaging. Khadlaj is very similar too. They don't do anything crazy, like with like some of the Middle Eastern fragrances get a little wild. Okay. So I'm getting this, first of all, off the bat, even as you spray into the air, you're immediately getting hit with raspberry. It's very sweet raspberry. Maybe something kind of boozy. It's like a boozy raspberry. Yeah, so it's like a boozy raspberry. I'm getting sandalwood. I'm getting a little bit of tonka bean. And maybe a touch of rose, but like the real star player is that raspberry. So like that top note of the raspberry, that's really what I'm getting here. Yeah. I'm getting that top note of raspberry. It's like this boozy raspberry. There's a little bit of wood in the base, and then you can get a little bit of rose in the middle, and tonka bean. I'm not sure what else is here. I'm sure there's a couple of other notes that I really can't tell right now, but Rayhaan Legion is not a clone. I'm not sure what boozy raspberry fragrances there are. If there's a boozy raspberry fragrance out there, and I'm not sure of it, that's like woody and has like some kind of sweet, kind of floral vibe in the middle, I haven't heard of it. This is not your raspberry, like the raspberry you get in Most Wanted Elixir, or even Carnal Desire. This is like fresh raspberries. Like, they dialed it up. So they took the idea of the raspberry trend going on, and they were like, we're going to kick it up. It's like the dark cherry you have in like French defenses, mind games of French defense, but like they went for raspberry. So it's like, you know how you smell French defense and it's just like you just smell that dark cherry note, even like as it's starting to go to the dry down. Like even with this, like even as you're going, like trying to smell and trying to identify like the other notes, it's just like the raspberry is just like the key player here. So that's fun. It's a great fragrance. Well, at least smells great. I don't know about the longevity or anything, but we'll have to do a wear test for that. All right. Now, Khadlaj Island Dreams. So Khadlaj has been doing a bang-up job with all of their clones in the Island series, at least, right? Same kind of gradient going on with the other Island collection. It's frosted kind of clear at the bottom, and then it goes into this like kind of dark blue on top. Okay. All right. So let's give this a whiff. Ooh. Thank God for the pressure atomizer. Okay. All right. So once just spraying it in the air, I already smell it. Yeah, it definitely is a Symphony clone. Okay. Yep. Okay. So immediately you're being hit with that grapefruit, ginger, and like bergamot kind of vibe you get from Symphony. Yeah. So I'm glad I came prepared and went to the Louis Vuitton store and sprayed Symphony on myself to see how it compares. So let's see. So, wow. Wow. Wow, this is actually really close. Wow. So Khadlaj is just like kind of doing left turns at every single time they release a fragrance, I feel like. They're like, you know, as soon as you think you have them figured out and you think they're going one way, they make a left and you're like, hey, no, this is going to be cloning something else. So, you know, Khadlaj Island was, oh, gotta fly there. You got Khadlaj Island, which was JPG Lobo. And then this is Louis Vuitton Symphony. And I don't think there's really many clones or any clones, especially from the Middle East brands. There's no Symphony clones in the Middle East brands. I'm sure there are like those, you know, niche kind of clone market, you know, smaller brands that have something duping Symphony, but this, like a readily available 100 ml bottle. Wow. Okay. They did actually a good job. Like, I'm actually going to wear this on. Wow. So this definitely projects a lot more than Symphony does. You know, even when spraying in the air, it definitely got a lot more projection. Like, if Symphony is like an 8.5 out of 10, which is, in my opinion, it is, Symphony and like those, like the upper tier of the LV fragrances, I think those are definitely, you know, 8.5, 9 in terms of projection. This might be like a 9.5 in projection. Like, it is, like, I could smell it, like, just kind of moving my arm from here. Wow. Oh, that's, so, Khadlaj Island Dreams, Louis Vuitton Symphony, Rayhaan X Legion Valhalla. And of course, I am going to be putting these up for, you know, testing out on my site. Now, these are going to not be as cheap as I normally have things because I did pay a premium. If you look at Beauty House right now, they're not the super cheapest. So I'll put these at, you know, the price that I can manage and basically a little bit above cost. So with my materials and everything. But that being said, I'm also going to be doing a giveaway. Yeah, I'm going to do a giveaway, guys. So you could try out something before the hype and before a million creators tell you, hey, buy this or buy that, and then it gets sold out immediately. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway for decants of these or sample sizes. I will do 2 5 mLs of Rayhaan X Legion Valhalla and 2 5 ml samples of Khadlaj Island Dreams. So that means 4 lucky people are going to get to test these new fragrances. This right here is a great fall, winter, and like summer night banger. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, if you love raspberry, you're going to love Rayhaan X Legion Valhalla. And if you like Louis Vuitton Symphony, or if you like grapefruit, bergamot, ginger, then this is your choice right here. I think this is a huge contender for fragrances like Tarathi Blue. So Tarathi Blue is also carrot, you know, it's copying Bulgari Tiger, which is also a super expensive fragrance. And this is doing the same. So it's also, you know, copying a super expensive fragrance, but it's affordable, at least more affordable than Louis Vuitton. And it'll probably get cheaper as it goes into more wholesalers and more discounters. So guys, if you want to be entered into the giveaway, you have to be subscribed to my channel. You have to like and comment on this video. Tell me what fragrances you're interested in to see on my channel, to see featured on my site. Do you guys want me to try to go and reach out to grab all the new Rasasis that are dropping in? Do you want me to focus more on the designer niches? Or do you want me to just try to get my hands on everything and anything? So let me know what you guys want to see. You know, I'm trying to keep everything at margins. I'm probably going to try to also carry the LV collections as well. And like I said, I'm going to try to do everything at cost or as close to cost as possible, because this whole channel is about, you know, the fragrance community, spreading love. That's why I'm doing the giveaways. That's why I initiated this channel. That's why everything that I try to you know, have for sale is as close to cost as possible. I'm not trying to, you know, get myself big. I'm just trying to get you guys to be able to try these, and then instead of blind buying a full bottle of something you might not like, you can actually buy something you do like. So, you know, try these out. You know, me personally, I got Rayhaan Pacific Aura, which is like a Pacific Chill. It's very close to Pacific Chill, but I'm not a fan of that. But Symphony I love. And they're very close if you haven't smelled Symphony. It has that like same kind of fruity-esque vibe, but this, the grapefruit, the ginger, and it doesn't have that carbonated kind of vibe. This one just leans citrus and sweet. It's honestly, this right here is a year-round fragrance. And I think this is going to be kind of contending with Tarathi Blue in terms of being like that, you know, Middle East, you know, banger that copies a super expensive fragrance, but it's like a tenth of the price. So guys, Khadlaj Island Dreams, Rayhaan X Legion Valhalla. If you want to be entered into the giveaway, I'm going to give 2 5 mLs to 2 people of this and 2 5 mLs to 2 people of this. That means 4 lucky people are going to be getting a 5 ml of this stuff. All right, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe to my videos. Tell me what you guys want to see else on my channel, what kind of fun fragrance facts you want. See you guys next time. Spend better, spray smart.